This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys. So today is 14th session in evening batch. So today we will start new chapter, that is redo log file. Okay. So what is redo log? As we know that redo log is basically a file which is used for recovery operation, which consists of two or more members, or you can say files, that store all changes made to the database as they occur. So first, redo entries will stored in the redo log buffer, and from redo log buffer it will store into the redo log file. And redo log file is basically a physical thing, and redo log group is a logical thing actually. Okay. So to understand this, we require to understand what is redo threads, what is redo log contents, and how database writes to the redo log. So what is redo thread? Suppose we are speaking about multiple database instances. So the redo log for each database instance is also referred to as a redo thread. So in rack we know that we have two instance, three instance, four instance. So every instance has own redo log, and we called as redo thread one, two, like that. So only one database instance access an Oracle database. So only one thread is present. In rack environment, two or more instances concurrently access a single database, and each instance has its own thread of redo, and separate redo thread for each instance avoid contention for a single set of redo log file. So it will eliminate the bottleneck performance. And redo log contents. So redo log basically store the redo entries, or you can say redo records. So basically, it is made up of a group of change vector, each of which is a description of change made to a single block in the database. Suppose any user is wanting to change a salary in employee table. So it will generate a redo record containing changes vector that describe changes to the data segment block for the table, and undo segment block, data block, and the transaction table of the undo segment. So basically, redo entries record data that you can use to reconstruct all changes made to the database if suppose anything wrong in your database, including the undo segment. So redo log basically protect the rollback data. When you recover the database using redo, the database reads the changes vector in the redo records and apply the changes to the relevant blocks. And as I said, redo records are buffered in a circular fashion in redo log buffer, and server process writes the redo entries in the redo log buffer, and from redo log buffer, LGWR writes those redo entries to the redo log file, and it will assign a SCN number to identify the redo records for each committed transaction. So only when all redo record associated with the given transaction are safely written onto the disk, then user process notified that transaction has been committed. Okay, and redo records can also be written to a redo log file before the corresponding transaction is committed. If the redo log buffer fills or another transaction commits, LDWR flush all of redo entries in the redo log buffer to a redo log file. But some records may not be committed. That can be also possible. If necessary, the database can roll back these changes. Got it? Any question? And how database writes to the redo log? Basically, uh, if you go, how many minimum, how many groups we required, guys, for our Oracle database? So this is v dollar log is the view which actually tell about the redo log groups. So here you can see that we had group 1, group 2, group 3. So but minimum we required 3 groups. Okay, and every group should be had two members, and each member should be reside on different disk, or you can say location. Okay, so minimum 2 group is required so that lgwr can write in a circular fashion. Suppose lgwr, how you will check that which group lgwr using, guys? How you will check lgwr is writing on which group? How you will notify? See that group 1 is showing current, so it means lgwr is writing in current in group 1. And second group is inactive, it means the data of this group is not required for recovery purpose. And there is also another stage which I will show you by forcefully issuing a lock switch. Now again check this group. So see that now current is second and active is one. So active means that transaction required may be required for recovery purpose or may be used for recovery purpose. Okay, clear? And if suppose archiving is disabled, so how you will check that archiving is disabled? So by tool command archive log list, you can see that it is no archive log mode. And also there is a query which we can access from v dollar database. So here you can see that log underscore mode is no archive log mode. Okay, so if archiving is disabled, so filled redo log file is available after the changes recorded in it have been written to the data file. So like a screen active is showing, so it means the data is required. So that's why it's showing active. If archiving is enabled, then LGWR will move to the another file, and the previous redo log file data will be transferred to the archive redo log file by ARCN process, archiver process. Clear? So if you see how redo use actually redo log file use, so you can see this diagram. So here you can see that first it is writing in redo log 1, then goes 2, then 3, then again goes 1, then 2, then 3. Like that it will write the redo entries to the redo log file. Clear, guys? Now, active and inactive redo log file, just I told that uh, redo log file that are required for instance recovery are called active redo log files. Redo log files that are no longer required for instance recovery are called inactive redo log. Okay. And what is log switch? I just showed that now whenever redo log file full LGW log switch occurs, then LGWR moves to the new file. So on that time, the log sequence number assigned. So on the basis of that, Oracle record the things when database archive redo logs. The archive log retains its log sequence number. So redo log file is cycle back for user is given the next available log sequence number. So each online or archive log file is uniquely identified by its log sequence number. Okay. So how you will check that? So see, this is sequence number. Okay, 23, 21, like that. So now current is 2 second group, so that's why it's showing 23. And redo log file size is 200 MB. Now let me know what is the block size of redo log file, guys. What is the block size of data file, guys? What is the block size of control file? Let me know. Okay, Rajiv, thanks for replying. What is data file block size? What is control file block size, guys? Are you there? Okay, not replying, so I also not tell. No worries. So, how you will plan the redo log file? So first, you can go for multiplexing redo log file. That is the recommended things DBA should do. Then placing redo log members on different disks. Then you should plan the size of redo log files. Then planning the block size of redo log file. So it means we had multiple block size is available depend on the disk which you are using, and then you will choose the number of redo log files, then you will control the archive log. Okay, so multiplexing redo log files means every group should have two members and each member should be on different location, every group actually. Okay, so multiplexing is basically create members in the group. So if you see this diagram, so you can get it how this multiplexing done. Okay, so this is the diagram. So here see that disk A and disk B. So group 1 has A log 1 and B log 1. So A log 1 is in disk A and B log 1 is in disk B. And same way group 2 member A log 2 and B log 2 on different disks. So suppose I'm losing disk A. So every group member I have in group disk B. Okay, so that's why I'm securing my database. So this is the proper way excuse me, of multiplexing. Okay, excuse me. So earlier it was not there block size in the view. So see that we had block size are 512, but now we are in the market multiple disks actually available. So Rajiv is saying 4096 bytes for control file wrong. Data file, no, default 8 KB. Okay, that is default block size. Okay, so now redo log file block size. Now it can be 512, 1024, and 4096 actually. So these three block sizes we can use for redo log file nowadays because of the fastest disk if we are using. Okay, so these are the block sizes now available for redo log file. Okay, and yeah, mm, So whenever LGWR is writing to a member of a group, and if suppose LGWR is not able to write a member of the group, then database mark that member as an invalid, and it will write an error message to the LGWR trace file as well as to the database alert log to indicate the problem with the inaccessible file. Okay, so there are some condition when occurs. So how LGWR will behave. So that is, if suppose LGWR successfully writing to at least one member in a group, then writing will go as normal, and LGWR writes to the every member of available members of each group, and it ignores the unavailable member. This is one condition. Second condition, suppose LGWR cannot access the next group at a lock switch because the group must be archived. So database operation temporary halt until the group becomes available or until the group is archived. So your database buffer cache will, your database will be hanged in this condition. Now third condition, all members of the next group are inaccessible to LGWR at a lock switch because of media failure. So Oracle database written an error, and the database instance shut down. In this case, you may need to perform media recovery on the database from the loss of redo log file. Okay, so if the database, third condition, all members of a group suddenly become inaccessible to LGWR while it's writing. So Oracle database returns an error and the database instance immediately shut down. Okay. So again, you need to perform media recovery. Okay. Clear, guys? Now, placing redo log members on different disks. So if you see, we are here only one member. Okay. So and all members uh, are on same location. Okay. So if we check, so see that there is one, there is a two, there is a three. So every group has one member. So this is not a multiplex. Now if I add another member of every group, then it will be multiplex. Okay. So we need to place redo log on different disk. Why? Suppose LGWR is writing and another member remain accessible to LGWR, so the instance can continue function. Means only one member of a group becomes unavailable. Suppose if a single disk fail, and then only one member of a group becomes unavailable to LGWR and other members remain available to LGWR. Okay, if you archive the redo log and across disk to eliminate contention between LGWR and ARCN background process. So you can put each member of Redulog group on different disk, and also you can choose another disk which is used for archival destination. Okay, and how many ARCN process we have by default? Anyone? We covered already. And what is the size of redo log file you should decide. So whether you are whether you will be archiving the redo log or not, so redo log should be same size. Okay, and at least it require minimum space. Suppose one Redulog group can fit on a disk or any other storage. So it is better to decrease the size of Redulog slightly so that excuse me, two log groups could be archived on each storage. Excuse me, and all members of the same multiplex Redulog group must be the same size. Member of different groups can have different sizes, but there is no advantage for using different sizes between groups. If checkpoints are not set to occur between lock switch, so make all groups the same sizes to guarantee that checkpoint occur at regular intervals. So that's why we required same sizes. Clear, guys? What is the minimum size you can use for redo log file, guys? Rajiv, minimum 10. Check the architecture, guys. Nobody is watching, nobody is doing any comment, nobody is doing thumbs up. I don't know, guys. Yeah, Ajit is perfect. By default, 4 archiver process is available, and maximum it goes up to 30 actually, and destination are available from 12c onwards are 31. 30 is for standby and 1 is for local. Okay, so that is why it's 31. Clear? Please revise, Rajiv. Go and check YouTube channel, make a notes if you want to be perfect. Minimum size should be 4 MB, and block sizes I already says that if you are using high capacity disk drive which offers 4K, or you can say 4096, and it will improve the performance. But if suppose redo wastage is there, then why you are using 4K? You can go with 512 bytes. So how you will check your redo wastage? So there is a view for that. Anybody from where we can check redo wastage of my database, guys? So see that v dollar sys stat, there is a column redo wastage and value is this. So if you divide, this is in bytes actually, so slash 1024 slash 1024, so it will come in MB, right? So 1 MB is redo wastage is there in my database. Okay, and block sizes you can define, create database command script, you can alter database, you can use in create control file statement, you can also use. Okay, and when you are creating any group actually, so on that time you can use block size keyword. Okay, and the next is choosing the number of redo log file actually. So what is that? The best way to determine the appropriate number of redo log files for a database instance is to test. Okay, so that's why optimum configuration has the fewest group without hampering LGWR. And in some cases, database instance may require only 2 group, but in some situation it require more groups so that in cyclic fashion, LGWR will not wait for writing the redo entries. Okay, so in testing environment, you can check uh, and you can see the LGWR trace file and the alert log file. If suppose it is indicating that LGWR is waiting, so log writer wait event. I hope you heard that. Okay, so if checkpoint has not been completed or group has not been archived, then log writer will be wait. Okay, and which parameter will decide about the maximum group and maximum members for your database you can use? Anyone? Max log files, have you heard that? We covered already in control file, right? So these two parameter is responsible for redo log groups and redo log members. Okay, Then what is archive log? If I check what is my archive log, so there is parameter which is called as show parameter archive lag target. So it's showing 0. So by default, so actually it will use in data guard situation. So changes are made available to the standby database by archiving redo logs at the primary site and then shipping them to the standby database. So the changes that are being applied by the standby can lag behind the changes that are occurring on the primary database. So I am controlling the applying process in my data guard because I don't want suddenly whatever happened on my production, it should be applied on my standby. So by this parameter, you can delay that. Got my point? So its value is in second. So if you set, so it will wait for that second. So there are some condition it should be met actually. Then instance will switch the log. Suppose the current log was created before n second ago, and the estimated arrival time for the current log is m second. So it will use proportional to the number of redo log block used in the current log, where n plus m exceed the value of the archive lag target parameter, and the current log sequence log contains redo log record. Okay, power gone. Oh my god. Okay, so the archive lag initialization parameter, basically upper limit, provides how long in second the current log of the database can span, because the estimated archive time is also considered. So this is not the exact log suite time. So typically 30 minutes is a good value. Okay. So if you want 30 minutes, so you will set 1800 digit into that. And 0 is showing disable time-based log switching actually. Okay. And this is a dynamic parameter you can set with alter system command. Oh, wow. Clear? So how you will do that? Alter system set and archive log target system altered. So 30 minute is set. So this is the way you can do that. Clear? Any doubt? Now I want to reset. Now show parameter. So it is not resetting. Okay. So what are the factors which can affect the setting of archive lag? So if you want to set the archive log initialization parameter, so overhead of switching logs, how frequently normal log switch occur as a result of redo log group full, how much redo loss is tolerated in the standby. So setting this parameter may not be useful if natural log switch already occur more frequently than the interval specified in this by this parameter. So there is another parameter, I hope you remember, we discussed already. Show parameter fast start underscore and MTT target. So see that this parameter is not set. So this is basically when you set, it will create incremental checkpoint. So it is already useful if you are setting for that. Okay, clear? Now, how to create redo log groups and members. So that we will see. Okay, mm, you guys have time. If suppose I want to cover right now, because it's 11 actually. So if you allow me, then I can do it right now. Otherwise, in next session I will show how to create groups, how to do the multiplexing, and how to drop the things. Okay, as per your convenience. Okay, okay, thanks. So suppose you need to check how many groups and members in your database. So this is the query. So here every group has one member. So first I will show you how to add a group actually. So for that I have command alter database add log file group 4 and the path. So this is the way you can add the group. Okay, now check again this query. So see that fourth group is added. But now what is the status of this group? So because it is newly added, okay. So if you check the status of this group, so what it will be? It will be showed unused. Unused means it's just fresh. Actually, nothing is written, so that's why it is showing unused. Okay, so creating redo log groups is basically depend on the parameter max log files actually. Okay, and if you are not setting, then it will go with operating system value. Correct. So this is the way you can add the group, and how to create the member in the group. So we had alter database, uh, add log file member. So I will add every member, each member in every group. So it means I am doing multiplexing. Okay, so this is the one command, and second command for group 2 is alter database add log file member to group 2, and then group 3, then group 4, like that we will go. So I am doing multiplexing, but here I have no partition or disk actually, so that's why I am placing everything in one folder. Okay, so mhm. So now this is added. Now if you check this query again, so see that we had two members. Okay, and more precise if you go, mm, where is the query? Just a second, guys. Yeah, mm, members, I think. Yeah, members. Oh, spelling wrong. Yeah. So see that every group has two member. Okay. So this is the way we will add the member. Okay. But now I want to rename actually, because here you see that this is 1 2 3 4, and here I am using 1b 2b 3b. So better to use 1a 2a 3a 4a. So we are using renaming actually. So renaming or relocating method is same. So first just shut down the database. Okay, this is the first step for renaming and relocating. And after that, go to operating system and go to that location where my my redo log is stored. So just wait for few seconds. It is shutting down. Excuse me. So just use this cd and here ls. Okay, so 1 2 3, like that it is showing here. So what I will use, I will use move command actually. So mv, I will say redo 1 to redo a, right? And then redo 2 to redo 2a. So I'm using operating system command. And then I'm saying redo 3 to redo 3a. Okay, and then 4 I'm saying 4 to 4a. So now this is done. Come back to database and then start up mount. Okay, don't open it. Go with mount and then use alter database rename file command to rename every things. Okay, so this is done. So alter database rename file, the previous file name, then new file name, same way 1 2 3 4 times I have done. Okay, so if you check, uh, yeah, after that you will open the database. Oh, alter database, open. It's taking time. I hope it not gives an error. I think it is exhausting process limit actually. That's why. Oh my god. Mhm. Yes. Hmm. Aura 313 end of convention file. I will restart the day server. Just hold on, guys. So, init 6. So, I am rebooting my server. Okay, because I connected to my server to Putty. So, just wait. So, actually, this error comes for many reasons. Suppose you are trying to start up, so there are several phases involved. So during startup this occurs come, so we can abort the instance or whatever, so we can start up no mount, then mount the database, then recover the database, then alter database open. Okay, so like this way we can go for this file, actually error communication channel. So this is come now, connect. Last try I'm doing. It's not working. It will throw. Have you faced this error in your life? Aura 3113. Anyone? End of file on communication channel. Yes. So now I will go this. Let's see it works. Okay, it's not connected. So just go here, startup, no mount, because till mount it is okay, right? So startup, no mount, then I will alter database mount actually, and after that I will clear the redo log groups. Okay, so I will go one by one. So this I was supposed to tell in the at the last. Now you can check here because this situation occurs, so you are lucky guys. Okay, so I will clear because my database is in no archive log mode, so that's why I'm using alter database clear unarchive group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, so we had 4 group, right? It was not in the practical actually, but it occurs, so that's why I'm showing how to resolve that actually, this error. So the last one, then after that shut down immediate, and then startup. So this is the solution of Aura 3113. Anyone face this guys? Oh no. Okay, so it's good. So startup. Yes. So now problem solved. Okay guys, so you are lucky. So how to fix this communication channel error? You have the steps guys. Clear? It was not actually in the course, but you are lucky. So let connect again to putty. Mm, so if suppose you face this error, you can do this step. Okay, so it is done. So we were renaming, right? So we were doing renaming. So now you can check the members of $log file. So see that we have now 8 members, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. So this is the way we can do the renaming. Okay, it's clear, guys. So renaming and other thing is clear, guys. So this is the way you can rename, you can relocate. So these are the steps actually, and these steps is basically for solving the error of aura 333, aura 3133. Okay, guys. So if you are getting this error communication channel, so this is the way you can resolve that. Now, how to drop the member? Okay, so very simple. You can drop redo log groups, you can drop redo log members, but the condition is that you cannot drop a redo log group which is current. You can drop a redo log group only if it is inactive. Okay, so please remember that. So let me check first which group we want to drop. So here all three are you current is one. So can we drop current member? So if you drop current member, and I'm saying drop current group actually, so it is saying you cannot drop current member. Okay, or current redo log. Now I will say alter system switch log file, then I will go now. My current is second and active is one. So can we drop active group? So again, active group is also not you can drop. Okay, so current active group you cannot drop. Now, so here we are not getting inactive actually. So just make, oh, it's not coming, make it inactive actually. I want to show now inactive. So now can I drop inactive member? Yes, we can drop. Okay, so we can go by 4 actually. So see that group 4 is gone. So only inactive group you can drop. Okay, clear? Now, how you will drop a redo log member? So redo log member is also had a condition. So if suppose I want to drop, just a second, first show to you. So these are my members. Okay, in status column it is not showing anything, so it means it is using. So now I want to drop a log file member, suppose 3B I want to drop. So see 3B is dropped. Then if I want 3A, so because every group we required minimum one member, so we will get an error if suppose I am going to drop 3A. Okay, so just make a statement over here and say 3A dot log and quotes single. So see that this is the last member of the group, so at least one group should be one member. Okay, clear? Now, as we are forcing lock switch by alter system switch lock, so you check that. and also there is a verifying redo log file. So there is a parameter you need to set in your database. So let me show you the parameter db block checksum. So it is typical. So it is checking the block corruption. So basically it is giving the overhead also. Okay. So make sure that you are using or not using, and clearing a redo log file scenario. Right now it happens because my database was in no archive log mode. That's why I use alter database clear unarchived command, right? If your database is in archive log mode, then you will use alter database clear log file command. Okay, so this is the difference actually. Okay. Now also we had force logging. So force logging is basically whatever the changes happen, you want to record. So force logging you can enable at database level, at table space level, and database object level actually. So uh, how you will check your database level it is enabled or not. So this is the query. So database level it is not enabled. Now can we check for table space level? So this is the way. So see that by default system and sysocs force logging is enabled, rest is not enabled. So if suppose I want to set with database level, so I will use alter database this command, force logging. So see that force logging is enabled. Now any table space status change? No, it is same as it is because it is at database level. Okay. Now again light gone. uh, Again you want to reset that value actually. So no force logging, and check that what it is, right? So this is the way you will set. Now I want to set for table space level. So I will say users table space. So if you go to check table space level, user is set, but database level it is not set. Clear guys? And now get back to again. So this is the way you can do that. Okay. So now can we go for undo table space force logging, right? Can we do that? See, undo table space it's not allowed. Okay. Now can we do for uh, temporary table space, guys? Temp. Yes, please tell me. No. So undo and temp we can't do that. Okay. So clear this force logging. Now we know that we had v dollar log file, v dollar log, and v dollar log underscore history. So that will contains log history information. Okay. So if we describe v dollar log underscore history, so these are the views which you will get it from there. So these three view is important. Okay. Clear guys? So that's it for redo log chapters, and you are lucky you get one errors and we solve that error. Okay. So many time it occurs actually when you are connecting through sysdba, or when you are starting, when you are mounting, when you are recovering, when you are altering database. So these error comes. Okay. Yeah, guys, I hope today lecture is beneficial. So I am stopping here. Okay, in morning I covered in two session actually, but in yours I covered in one session. So no worries. So I'm stopping the recording.